Greetings, friends. My name is Ronnie. I'm a part-time reseller, and lately I've been unloading a ton of stuff on Whatnot, and more specifically, I've been unloading a lot of my Bricklink store. Not a lot, the majority, everything except for sealed sets. So now that I've been doing this for 5 auctions at this point, and I think 4 of which have been pretty much purely parts, I've got a pretty good system in place, and I just thought I would share a little bit of knowledge of what I found in case you find yourself in the very weird position of needing to purge a ton of Lego parts from your collection and you want to sell them on Whatnot. So here's what we got. First of all, this is the loudest candle in the world, but it is the most delicious smelling tobacco vanilla. I do enjoy that. So before, I was just going around and, well, this has taken many forms. I think the first thing that I was doing was finding part types and colors, combining those in the bag, labeling the bags. That took forever. Then I went to, I'm just going to dump a bunch of random parts in a bag up to 3 ounces, and those didn't sell as well. The feedback on that was not as good. People said, we'd really like to have stuff by color. So now what I am doing is I'm going stack on by stack on. I'm pulling out each drawer. So I'm on this one right now. Pull out a drawer. I've got 2 different colors in this one. And then I just put those 2 different colors in their appropriate cup. Isn't that really pretty? It looks like a painter's easel. I love that. There's a lot of different colors in Lego, and it's kind of fun to see them all displayed out like that. But once I get a cup that is full to about that level, I'll take it over here to my scale. I'll weigh it. And ideally, I'm looking for something around 2 ounces. So for this one, it's a little bit light. So we're going to put it back. And so this one here might be a better option because it's got some more bricks in it. Yeah, a little closer to 2 ounces. So now I take those pieces, I put them in a bag, and first I label the bag. So here are all my bags that are ready to go on the auction. So the next number up would be 21. Put the 21 on the bag, put the parts in there, put that in there, and then rinse and repeat a whole bunch of times. I found that pre-labeling bags really speeds up the process. The other thing that I found is that people don't want to just see a bag of parts like that because you get some glare and it's hard to tell what's in there. So my last auction, I wound up opening up all of the bags, spilling the parts out, and then having to rebag them, which took a little more time, but it definitely resulted in some better sales. So at this point, I've successfully emptied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm on my 8.5 stack on. This continues to go around the side, but I must say that it is rather enjoyable. I just kind of come down here, turn my brain off, start bagging up parts, and I've had really great success so far with this. Last night was a heck of a lot of fun. We did 2 minifigure games, but the majority of the money that I made, which not that I made this amount, but my total sales were just south of $400. And only streamed for an hour and a half, I think, maybe 2 hours. And also the process of shipping all of that was so much easier because I didn't have any sets that I had to bubble wrap and think about boxes. You know, parts, especially bags of parts, moves really quick, and minifigures. So that's kind of my process. If I've got something else to share on this front, which I'm sure I will because I tend to be long-winded and overshare things, I'll get back on here and jump back in and share some more of that. But until then, happy parting out. I'll leave you guys with that glorious image for now, anyway. Hello there. Ready for an update? Let's go. All right, to this point, I have now emptied out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because there's one behind there, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 stack-ons of, I think, 32 is what I've got in total. So this is what I've got left over in cups that has not made it into one of my 3 auctions scheduled in the next 3 days. It is Saturday as of the time of this recording. So I've got Sunday's auction all ready to go. Happy Easter. So all of the bags, 1 through 30, 41 through 60, ready to rock and roll. About every 10, I did a bag of just printed pieces. I thought that was kind of fun. We're going to do a minifigure draft. There are the rules. Changing it up just a little bit. The high bidder gets some extra perks just to kind of see if we can tempt folks and have a little bit of fun with that. And I'm going to use these display cases. Dave had a good idea using these to display some figures. And I was like, I've got a bunch of those. They're just sitting in a cabinet. Let's use them. And I think that'll work really good to display the figures for the game. And since I've got them numbered, I did use a dry erase marker on there, so I think that should just rub right off of there. But of course, I don't have a gray or a white dry erase marker, so I use some painter's tape on that one. This way, whenever they draft their spots, they can just say, I want figure number 2, and I can go in there and pick it out. It'll be nice and easy. And then also I've got a case filled with just a bunch of figures that I've got a ton of, and I'm going to use those for giveaways. Going to try and do the rest of my Avengers Advent calendar that was kind of a fail from an earlier stream. And I've got the 2 sets that I parted out to get some figures out of, just the parts in those. We'll see if those will sell. I've got all my games ready to go. So we've got Mixed Theme, we've got Marvel, we've got Star Wars. I've got a Chrome Stormtrooper in this one, so that game might be real interesting. I've got what I call primers, so like just dollar figs. That way I can kind of teach people the game, and it'll be low risk kind of thing. CMF, City Wars, so it's a mix of City and Star Wars. There's 5 City and 5 Star Wars. Thought that was kind of fun. And then Monday, here's Monday's auction, so 30 in that one, 30 in that one. And then there's Tuesday's auction, 30 in that one, 30 in that one. So I'm about halfway, I think, to, well, over halfway, getting all these parts out of these bins and into a state where I can actually sell them and be out of them. So we've got 1 on the other side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This one has just my parts in it, and then 15. I think that's it, 15 more on the back side. Really looking forward to seeing the response to the minifigure games. I'm going to do the starting bids at a level where I'll just break even if people don't bid it up at all. But if they bid it up, you know, great, because the Chrome Stormtrooper, I spent $56 on that. So I think the starting bid on that auction is like $9 a spot. But it got up that high with just a couple of the more common figures that I did in the previous auction. So we'll see what happens, but either way, I know we're going to have some fun, and hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. T-minus 12 minutes. It's game time, folks. I got my game face on. We are set up. We are ready to stream. We got the random website ready. We got 30 lots right there. We got 30 lots right there. We got a box to transfer stuff into after it sells. We're going to give away minifigures tonight as a giveaway. Gonna try and get rid of some parts from some sets, and we've got the first minifigure game all set up. So I'm rocking and raring to go. People are starting to show up, and I'll check back in with you guys afterwards. Look at that, 248 followers. Sweet, almost at 250. Hopefully we'll be closer to 300 after giving away all them minifigures. See you soon. Tired. Again, we started at 6:30. It's 9:45 now, so we've been going for 3 hours solid. Got all my packages, labels done. There's the damage for tonight. So we gave away 3 items, and we brought in $345. Everything sold. That's cool. The minifigure game didn't go super great. The primer one was fine, but then I think I just took too long trying to get the, they wanted to do the CMF game. Starting bid of $7, and the average going price for all of them was $8 a piece. So somebody got a really good, well, it was Andy. Congratulations to Andy. He got the police officer for super cheap from Series 18. But I think for tomorrow, the thing I'm going to change up is to have the minifigure game just set up on stands, and that way I can just bring it in and be like, all right, here's the next game, because they had to wait on me for like 5 minutes just to get the game set up, and that was kind of ridiculous. So I'll do some more filming tomorrow, and we'll do some comparing and contrasting how the numbers stack up today versus tomorrow. Yes. Good evening. I'm very tired. We are T-minus 7 minutes. Going to try a little something different tonight. It's always fun to try different stuff. I've got a poll that's going to greet people that come into the auction. Should we start with new part lots or minifig game? And I'm also going to try opening up the live 5 minutes before 6:30. And the reason for that is that they can come in, they can kind of read over the directions for the minifig draft. They can start filling out the poll. That way it looks like I'm live, and that way hopefully we can get started, like right at 6:30. Because last night it seemed like it took a little bit for us to get people in here, to get people bidding, so on and so forth. So here's our minifigures for tonight. That's our primer game. We got the freebies behind there. We got a Marvel game, and then we've got Star Wars Chrome Stormtrooper. The starting or the bid on those, I think it's like $9 because of that Chrome Stormtrooper. So I don't know if people will be game for that or not. Couple sets that don't have the minifigs in them, and then I'm going to try and offload some of these storage bricks, 8-knob storage bricks that I got on clearance years ago. And then also, if anybody says, hey, I really like those minifigure display cases, I've got 5 of the black ones I'm going to try and sell if people are interested in those. So here's to a good sell. I don't know if it's because I'm better rested this evening compared to yesterday, or the dollar amount that I sold was just so much better tonight. But I feel much more positive about this evening. And I have not packed my orders. I've got everything kind of sorted over here. I'm ready to start pulling stuff, but I thought I would take a moment, and I always like to check what that dollar amount is that I sold first thing. So let's take a look at that. Booyah, $697. So it was parts, 60 lots of parts. I did sell these 2 sets that didn't have any of the figs in, so that was good because that's a good way to get quality figs. We did 3 minifigure games, and we did sell the Chrome Stormtrooper. A little sad to see that guy go, but fetched a very nice price. All of the bids were quite high for that one. I think the highest bid was $25, so that was really good, very successful. My break-even point was $9 on each one, so anything over that was just profit. And most of the bids were around like 15 or so, so not like a killing that I made on it, but definitely a lot better than last night. And I am a little sleepy. And I also did sell 5 minifigure cases, $25 a piece. So that adds up pretty quick. And then one of these gigantic storage bricks for $20. So really good night. And I get to do it again tomorrow, so I'll spend probably the next hour plus packing up the orders. I've already taken my shower tonight. Yes, I prepared. Shaved the head, trimmed the beard slightly. And yeah, I need to quit delaying packing because that's what I'm doing. See ya. Woo! I am a tired boy, but I got all the packages packed up. I didn't look at how many shipments there were. I'm glad that I cut that guy. Like, there's a guy that came in at the very end, John C., I think was his name. Shout out to him. Whenever he's in there, he buys a lot, and he just came at the end of the auction and bought 3 of those storage cases and 1 of the big storage bricks. And I was like, I don't even know if I got a box big enough. And I'm glad that I kind of cut it off there because that's about the biggest box I've got. However, I'm tired. Good night, real good night. Feel good about it. Ready to get primed up and ready for the last auction of the week. We've got some minifig games here, but I think we're going to get some other stuff organized. And signing off for this evening. Have a good evening. Night-night. 6:21 in the evening. You know what that means. It is time for my 3rd auction 3 nights in a row. And last night I opened the auction up at 6:25, let people come in. I just had my camera pointed at that, and it explained the minifig draft. I feel like that was a good thing because we really kind of hit the ground running at 6:30. I didn't have to wait for people to come in. I just played music, talked to people, said hi to them, and I think I'll kind of make that a common practice. So here's hoping for another really good night. I've got some used sets that I bought on Whatnot a couple weeks ago. I don't know why I bought them. I got pretty good deals on them, but I'd like to just kind of pass them along to somebody. I'm going to try and sell 2 of these storage bricks all in one lot because I've already got the perfect shipping box for it. So hopefully somebody buys that. And just parts and 1, 2, 3, 4 minifigure games, including some Pirates of the Caribbean figures. Excited about that. So going to get started very shortly. Good morning. There's our numbers from last night. It is 6:20 in the a.m. I'm up just kind of packing orders. Just got started. I've got 1 down and many of them to go. Thank you guys so much for turning out to the auction. Another great success. Sold 60 more new part lots. We did 1, 2, 3, I think 3. No, we did 4 of the minifigure drafts. So I'm just going to continue working away here. This is going to wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any ideas for fun games that will abide by Whatnot's terms of service, I would be all ears for those as well. So thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next video, and happy buying and selling.